let's do it, Mateus, in the mounted position. The moment I get a grip on my training partner's sleeve, like so, and I start trapping a foot on the same side, there's no secret what's about to occur here. I'm set up to bridge to my left-hand side. Mateus knows that, and so very often he'll start positioning his body defensively by either moving his head to the side or bringing his hand across the center line, like so. Okay? Whenever we see this kind of thing going on, and I trap my training partner's arm and I see a hand going across the center line, it's often a good thing for us under these circumstances to reach up and catch our training partner at the opposite arm and drag it in. Then I release my training partner's sleeve on this side and trap my opponent's foot here. Now I reach up and grip over my training partner's back. And it's the easiest thing in the world for us now to bridge in the opposite direction and take our opponent over. Very often, we'll even initiate with a bridge in a given direction and take him in the opposite direction. So, for example, I trap my training partner's right-hand side. I see he goes into his defensive bridge, so I bridge left. Now I come up, catch, and from here, get a hold of my training partner's back. Now, bring him in head to head, legs in place, bridge, and roll over the opposite side, finishing always with the hands in the inside position so we can go into counter offense. This kind of side-to-side bridging, feeding off defensive reactions, is a very important thing. It can be done in more or less subtle ways. So, for example, I can trap right, and I can bridge left. I'm talking about to my opponent's left. So I've trapped his right side, I bridge to the left. That's weird because he's expecting me to bridge in this direction. So I get his hand down on the floor on this side. As he goes to correct himself, I pass feet out and we feed off his defensive reactions and his change in balance to take the man over. You can use your imagination in many ways to create left and right bridging effects. But really what we're looking to do is always to generate action and reaction. Which gripping strategy you use is more or less up to you, but they all have in common the idea that we create reactions on one side and then effects on the other. So as I take him up and over, we trap an arm in, just like so. We reach in over the back and lock on the jacket and end up in good position. Learning to go left and right is a very important skill out of mounted position. Remember, in the mounted pins, your opponent is positioned on your center line. So the ability to go left and right, switching directions, is a very important skill.